This is the Phillies POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
What just happened? What just happened? That we thought we saw crazy games against the New York Mets. Now a cycle and a cycle by the fifth inning and a 3-home run night for one player seems like nothing. Welcome into this Phillies POSTCAST. My name is Mark Farzetta. I got you covered for your POSTCAST needs. Connor Thomas has you covered each and every day with the Locked On Phillies daily podcast. This particular episode is brought to you by Odoo. Great organizations win because operations matter, and that's why you should get Odoo. Try for free at odoo.com/lockedon. That's ODOO.com/lockedon. I'm not even sure I can feel feelings anymore after that game. Every single emotion. T-Mac said it during the broadcast. Well, this has been a roller coaster, and it's been a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster, and you were on the bandwagon because James Wood all of a sudden couldn't figure out how to field a ball in right field, whether that was Brandon Marsh's double, it was a triple, then turned back to a double on the bobble by James Wood, and then James Wood can't extend over the wall there in foul territory for what would have been an out on JT Realmuto, but too bad. And then JT Realmuto lines one, smacks one, wallops one to James Wood in right field there. He full extension in and out of his mitt, and then he boots it for another 3 runs to score with the bases loaded. And then Orion Kerkering gives it up. Phillies take it back. Bryson Stott puts an exclamation point on it. Phillies baseball. That's what we just saw in D.C. tonight. Absolutely insane. If I had to go one guy, the guy I'd go with.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
There's one guy that brought it all night from the offensive side of things, and that's a man who had 5 RBIs in the game today, and that's Edmundo Sosa, who wasn't afraid of nothing as the game was going on today. Edmundo Sosa hits a 2-run home run in the 5th inning to get the Phillies on the board. It was a 5-2 game there. Then later he steps back up to the plate. What do you know? He gets an RBI on a ball that should have been a double play ball, but he busts it down the first baseline in the 7th inning to get one more run across the plate. It's a 5-3 game. Then Sosa took a little bit of time off after that. JT Realmuto in the 8th inning came up huge with that bases clearing double that gave the Phillies a 6-5 lead. That's where you felt like things were happening again, baby. But player of the game, if I had to go with one guy, Edmundo Sosa brought it throughout. He later came back up into the game with a 2-run double in the top of the 9th inning to help add to the Phillies lead there. That was fantastic to see him do that tonight. So 5 RBIs throughout the night for Edmundo Sosa. Absolutely. If I had to go with the most clutch of clutch, I'm going to go with Bryson Stott. Bryson Stott came up with a 3-run home run on a first-pitch sweeper with 2 outs that gave the Phillies an 11-8 lead. After Brandon Marsh tied it up, we'll go through the entire inning there, but after Brandon Marsh tied it up, Bryson Stott said, guess what? We're not going to let the Nationals walk this one off in the bottom of the 9th inning. Not on my time. Got a first-pitch sweeper there from Lloyd, and he just belted it. You saw him there in the batter's box, try to give it a little bit of the English, you know what I mean? And it was perfect. Wrapped it around the fair pole there in right field. 3-run home run, bing, bang, boom. Phillies have an 11-8 lead. You can feel good about life. Let's get to the turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Okay, so the aforementioned Edmundo Sosa, unfortunately, down 8-6 after Orion Kerkering took all the excitement out with, let's see, he had a 5-pitch walk, hit a guy. That was on 6 pitches. On the 7th pitch, Vives tried to bunt. He was like, no, I'm not even going to do that. And then pulled back, hit a 3-run home run, bing, bang, boom. Phillies are down all of a sudden 8-6 after the excitement of being up 6-5. After not having led the entire game up to that point. So Orion Kerkering takes the air out of the balloon there. Edmundo Sosa then leads off top of the 9th inning, striking out. Justin Crawford strikes out. All of a sudden, he got 2 outs in the inning. enter the turning point with Trea Turner. Trea Turner gets a 2-out single. Something's happening. He gets in the scoring position on fielder's indifference. Brandon Marsh steps up there. And you know what? That Bryce Harper, you guys. That Bryce Harper. How dare he take it upon himself to be a great leader? You know what I mean? And Bryce Harper, who talked to Brandon Marsh last night, gets Brandon Marsh going again. No better example than being down in the count, 0-1. He gets a hanging sweeper out over the middle of the plate, and he just turned on that pitch 400 feet to right field off the facing of the seats there in right field. There's that little gap there. He ties it up and makes it an 8-8 ball game. Bryce Harper comes up there. He gets a single of his own. Derek Hill gets a single. Now you got 2 more 2-out base hits for the Phillies. That sets the stage for Bryson Stott, who whammies one 403 feet to give the Phillies that 11-8 lead. They decided they walk JT Realmuto. They go to the pen to Schultz. He comes in. Ricones gets another 2-out base knock. Sosa gets the 2-run double. Then they walk Crawford. Why would you do that? I don't know. Turner adds some more music to it. Gets the 14th and final run of the game there for the Phillies with an RBI single there for the Fightin' Phils. 12. How many did I got here? 12 runs in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings combined. They had 2 prior to the 7th inning. They had 3 prior to the 8th inning, and they were trailing, and they scored 14 runs. Now you ready for a little wow me moment here? Out of all of that, no Kyle Schwarber tonight, unfortunately, due to back tightness. But the Phillies prevailed tonight. What an incredible game for the Phillies. Jesus Luzardo started out for the Phillies. He went 6 2/3. Should have gone 7. I don't know why he didn't challenge, but no one's talking about that tomorrow, so forget about that. But 5 runs, unfortunately. Ties a career-high 13 strikeouts. Ran into some trouble, a couple of different instances there. Didn't get a lot of help in the field either, unfortunately. Trea Turner rushing throw that later came back to bite the Phils in the old behind a little bit later. So that was unfortunate for Jesus Luzardo. All in all tonight, though, for the Phillies, the win does, in fact, go to Orion Kerkering because baseball's hilarious. And despite allowing that 3-run home run, only pitching an inning, he gets credited for the win. Sugar comes in there and closes things out in the bottom of the 9th inning for the Phillies to get right back in the winning track. And not only that, after the Bats only mustered 1 measly run on a total of 5 hits, they come up with 14 runs because baseball is hilarious on 17 hits. I mentioned the JT Realmuto double there in and out of the mid of James Wood. A couple of misplays by him in that inning, unfortunately, but did lay out on that particular play. The ball went in and out of his mitt. As far as
this is what you'll be talking about.
Did you turn it off last night? Did you turn it? I turned it off. I turned it off in the 7th inning. I just said, forget it. I'm not watching this. This team sucks. Trea Turner can't hit. Bryson Stott sucks. Bryce Harper's annoying. I turned that game off last night. Jesus Luzardo was giving up 5 runs. I turned that off last night. Oh, well, I kept watching. Oh, you kept watching? What happened? I mean, you're going to know what happened. The internet exists. Hello, by the way. That's what you're going to be talking about. You turned it off. I kept watching. There's going to be somebody in the office, somebody on the job site that's going to say, I kept watching. I just followed a draft on my phone, but I kept watching the Phils. You know what I mean? And the Phillies go out and they win that game today. That's what you're going to be talking about tomorrow. You're also going to be talking about this. Brandon Marsh, 3 for 6, average back up to 315 now. Nice to see that. Bryce Harper only came up with the 1 base knock tonight, but it was a clutch one there in the 9th inning. Alec Bohm, 1 for 3, was able to work a walk in this one. Bryson Stott, 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. JT Realmuto came up with the clutch hit as well, a 3-run double. Then you also saw Gabriel Rincones came into the night with just 1 hit. Now he has 3. He had another 2 hits tonight. And then Edmundo Sosa, 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored, 5 RBIs, as well as a home run as well. That's what you just might talk about tomorrow as well. When we come back, we'll take your comments on the wildest win of the Phillies season to this point. Phillies improved to 43-36. Nationals dropped down to 41-39 on the season. And that's where they sit right now. Back after this on the Locked On Phillies postcast. And right now it's time to tell you about 5-Hour Energy. If you got a sweet tooth like I do, you know how tough it is to find that perfect treat without all that sugar. Enter cotton candy 5-Hour Energy shots that bring that nostalgic flavor of cotton candy back in a whole new way. This is that classic cotton candy taste that you remember from being at ball games, for instance, enjoying with the fam. But tasty caffeine boost and zero sugar. It's quick. It's an easy way to satisfy that sweet tooth craving while keeping things simple while on the go. I've always loved that cotton candy. I'm sure you have too. I like how convenient it is. You just throw it in your go bag, your work bag, whatever. You need a little energy, need a little boost. Done. Bring that sweetness of 5-Hour Energy cotton candy shots along with you. Available online now at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. That's 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Now it's time to tell you about Hims. ED is way more common than most guys think, and millions of men deal with it at some point. Hims offers a simple, convenient way to take care of your health by connecting you with a licensed healthcare provider online and giving you access to personalized treatment options from the comfort of your home. No awkward appointments, no pharmacy lines, just a straightforward process designed to make getting care easier. Taking care of yourself shouldn't feel complicated, and Hims makes the process private and easy to navigate. It's healthcare built around your schedule and your comfort with Hims. You got to look at Hims when you're looking for help. Between work, family, and everything else going on, finding time for appointments can be tough. Having access to licensed providers online means you can prioritize your health without having to arrange your entire schedule around it. So, to get simple, online access to personalized, affordable care for ED, hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/lockedonmlb. That's hims.com/lockedonmlb for a free online visit. hims.com/lockedonmlb. Prescription required. See website for complete details and information, important safety information. Slipal is generic version of Viagra. Viagra is a registered trademark of Viatris Specialty LLC. Hims is not affiliated with or endorsed by Viatris. And how about Odoo? Running a business shouldn't feel like you're trying to connect a bunch of systems that don't actually work together. One app for accounting, another app for inventory, another for sales. Somehow none of them seem to be able to work together. And we all know for the sports world, when people aren't working together, you win nothing. They have Odoo, they get on the same page, and they all work together. Best organizations out there know that success isn't just about talent. It's about working together to a common goal, and that's true in sports just like it is in business. One thing that really stands out about Odoo is how this organization got everyone pulling in the same direction, everyone advancing and moving in the same direction. It wasn't just one great player or one great coach, one great employee. It was everybody coordinated, working together to be successful. Great organizations win because operations matter, and that's why you should get Odoo. Try for free today at odoo.com/lockedon. That's odoo.com/lockedon. Let's get into the chat check now and see how your wonderful people are doing on this fine evening. Andrew desperately wanted to believe Trea Turner, but I watched the game and just believe in Marsh instead. He dropped it, says Blackstone. There you go. He did drop it. Why can't we have nice things? You blew it. I think you mean to say Ryan or Morgan Landy on Orion Kerkering. How about that? Yet they grabbed it right back. Just when I thought I was out. Do I have it? I do have it. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. This sums up the game. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. There we go. I'm smart. Orion Kerkering in the dugout. I'm smart. There you go. Those two totally different scenes. Two different movies, 1 and 3. Or sorry, 2 and 3. Miss Guzzi. Anyway. Turner, Marsh, and Harper in the clutch. Hells yeah. I'll say it again, Farzy. Bryson Stott with the runners in scoring position. Polar Buck, player of the game, Brad Lord. Yeah, Brad, oh my Lord, that ball's out of here. On top of the clutch comeback homers by the bats, finally, Jesus had 13 strikeouts, hell of a game. He did have 13 strikeouts, hell of a game. 5 runs. I did think he pitched better than what the line indicated, but the line is the line. That's that. I'm not going to make excuses. There you go. Might be the game of the year, says Luis Dario. You might be right. Wow, never seen a collapse like that. Might derail the Nats season. But how about this? I've never seen a collapse like that, a rebuild like that, followed by another collapse, followed by the other team rebuilding in one game. That's the way that one went. Orion still getting the win really irks me. I was just having this argument with someone today about quarterback wins and losses. Quarterbacks getting credit for wins and losses. No, they don't win the game. They don't lose the game. But if you're going to attach the stat to anybody, you're going to attach it to a quarterback. Same thing in baseball. We're talking about a pitcher being terrible, and he gets a win. Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Best regular season comeback in years. I concur. Winning the game with 2 outs and bang, 8 runs. How's about that? The definition of 2-out lightning. It was 2-out Zeus. How about that? On a nice where Zeus Luzardo pitches. Zeus brought his lightning bolt. Thunderbolt? Lightning bolt? I don't remember. Either way, bang. 2-out lightning. If only Zeus and Orion were complete head cases. Sir Sketchable Marsh is the coolest Philly athlete since Furkan Korkmaz. Okay. Hot Flaming Bats Batman. What a win. Evelyn, I know, right? Oh, now I see the people that watch the whole game. That's pretty awesome there. Evelyn, your best part. No, you're the best. Nats don't have a bullpen, so they won't be good. This is true. Can confirm. Ari, I see you, and I like it. I'll run that up the flagpole to other sponsors. Thank you. Thanks, everybody in the chat. You guys are great. As per usual, Phillies get an absolutely insane, bonkers, bananas win tonight. Coming back, taking the lead, blowing it, only to come back with vengeance in the game tonight. They walk away with an incredible 14-9 win over the Washington Nationals. How's about that? Phillies and Nats back at it tomorrow night, another 6:45 start time. Aaron Nola gets the start tomorrow for the Fightins. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Back with you guys tomorrow. See you guys then. Bye.